Hello, how we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and today is Wednesday. What's in the Box Wednesday is back, episode 66 today, September 11th. We're ready. It is PSA. It is a PSA reveal. This video is in three different categories, two different categories. It is in PSA reveal, and it's in What's in the Box Wednesday. I considered put it in mailbox too, but that's not the same thing. So it's in two different categories. So we are doing What's in the Box Wednesday, a PSA reveal for our second submission. Now, our second submission had three different submissions. If you watch the playlist, if you watch the videos, we did an autograph authorization for a Mickey Mantle card. Then we did 22 NFL cards that were part of the NFL special for July. And then we did 24 non-NFL cards that were not part of the special for July. That tells you right there we did July, and now it's early September. So it took a month and a half, not even. They received it on July 31st. We're talking about 5 weeks is all the turnaround time is now. It only takes 5 weeks. So this is great. But what this means is because we did these three submissions together, they sent them back as three separate submissions. So we have three packages. One here. I lied, really. We have two packages. The second package is here, and the third package we haven't received yet because they haven't finished authenticating the Mickey Mantle. We're going to do one What's in the Box Wednesday where we open one package, one of the submissions, and then next Wednesday we'll do the other submission. I don't know which is which. I'm hoping to pick up the NFL one. I think I'm going to pick the smaller one, which was two less cards, so we'll see if that's the NFL one or not. And we're going to do that today. And then next week we'll do the other package. And then hopefully by that time, in 3 weeks, in 2 weeks, the Mantle will be back. And we'll do that on a mailbag / submission. And we'll put that all in the playlist together. But let's get started. I don't need gloves today because they're already here. If this is NFL, I have the list and I didn't bring it up. But I want you to remember, I guess I should bring it up, but I want you to remember that Sugar White has a total of 8 cards between the two packages. But he doesn't even know which cards I sent in for him. So part of this is going to be him learning what cards I guessed for him to stick in, and what they got. So hopefully they did well. There we go. Card inside. Says card inside, not cards inside. Maybe that's just the Mickey Mantle. No, I'm just joking. It's not just the Mickey Mantle. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna slide the paper out, and I'm not gonna look at any things except for a name. Just make sure this is football. Not that it matters. Football cards, yep. All right. So 5 of these cards are Shane the bartender's, and 3, I believe, of these cards are Sugar White's, and then the rest are mine. There are only 22, so when I take 8 away from that, that means I'm only getting 16 of these cards. So, man, I should open the other one first. No, wait. I'll just wait till next week. It's not that big of a deal. I'm bringing up the list right now so I can see which ones are Sugar Whites and tell you when I open one. There's the list. Okay, so I only have 2 football. It means there are 6 baseball. Let me go over to the baseball and see what the 6 are for baseball and see if that's correct. Let's see. Oh, no, not 6 baseball, but 6 in the other package. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Did I only do 5? Oh, and then the last one here, I bet. Yep, okay, 6. Perfect. All right. So here we go. We only got 2 sugar in this pack, and then we have 5 for Shane the bartender. Now, I lost my cover card. I want a new cover card. This will work. That'll work. Let's go. I had a nice cover card from, what's it called? You're like, oh, wow, well, for what's it called? All right, so let's take them out of the box. They are packed in there nice and tight. There is a, there is one in cardboard that says card inside. They did not grade one of the cards. Interesting. Very interesting. See what that is and what the dealio is with that. Should I do that first or save that for last? I think I should do that first. We're going to do that first, guys. Alright, so I don't know what card it is. Oh, it's one of Sugar White's. It is the Barry Sanders Game Breaker. It says do not hold her. What the heck does that mean? Game Breaker hologram. They put a sticker on it. Minzy0Q. I'm going to have to contact them to see what that means. But that is one of the ones. Well, there you go, Sugar. There's one of them. That annoys me. I got to contact them, see why they didn't hold her this and why they didn't. It says do not hold her right there, and here it just says, man, that stinks. I wonder if there's something like you can click to not hold her a card and I did something wrong. Alright, so Sugar only gets one out of this. So, I don't know the order. I don't know how we're doing this. I do see that there is... Nope, they're in all sorts of different orders. So, let's just do it. Maybe some anticlimactic to this, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to start with one of the Ricky Waters. This is one of Shane the bartenders. Ricky Waters, 2 of 10. Now, part of me thinks this is the absolute 2000 playoff Ricky. He sent, if you guys watched the video, he sent in 5 Ricky Waters, all numbered. I don't expect all of them to get good grades. There was a couple that I was like, this one's probably going to get an 8 or a 7. But overall, I think that his cards are, I mean, he's very picky about his cards, so I would not be surprised if he gets some of our best grades, I'm hoping. So here we go. We got this one, came in at a 7. Now, I don't remember what, which card I said, yeah. I remember saying, yeah, that one's much better than the previous card, but I don't remember what that was about. But I do feel like that corner is a little banged up. The top might be chewed up a little. I'm not the best. That corner's definitely got some white to it. So I don't think 7's a bad grade. I definitely think he was hoping for an 8. I don't know. I should have talked to him and saw if he had any thought process on what he expected. All right, we might be able to do all the Ricky Waters right off the bat. So here's another Ricky Waters. This one's 37 of 50. This one is going to be the Bowman Chrome 50th anniversary. Ricky Waters Golden Anniversary 9.0. I know there's not .0s, but let's see. Is this thing? Is it just better to do it with the light off? Oh my! Am I gross? That's terrible. Yeah, no, let's not do that. All right, it's just I gotta make sure I hold it the right way. All right, so there's a 9 on that Ricky Waters. I think I'll be happy with that one. I'm not sure he's expecting a 10 on any of these, but again, I didn't really talk to him about it. So here's another one. This one's a 16 out of 25. The what's it called? Wave, Super Wave. And this one, Ricky Waters, Skybox Thunder, Super Wave, Near Mint 7. I do think that he's not going to be happy with multiple 7s. I don't know. I don't know what his thought process was on his cards and if he expected. I mean, I don't think he pulled them. He did not pull these himself. He bought these off of eBay auctions and stuff like that. So I don't expect that he expects them to be great, but I'm thinking that he probably picked and chose the ones that he thought had the best chance of getting a better grade. So 7s are probably not. I'm assuming he has more than just these 5 is what I'm saying. And so he was hoping for higher grades. This is the one that I'm hoping, me personally, I'm hoping for the best grade on. It's a 10 out of 25, Upper Deck XPX. That's a pretty card. I like that one. That's my favorite of the cards. And that one, he gets a 9 on. So that's pretty good. I like that. Out of 25, 10 out of 25, he gets a 9. 2 7s, 2 9s. And then his last one here, the last Ricky Water, 1 of 25. This one is also a Bowman Chrome. This one is from 1999. This is a year earlier than the other one. The other one was 2000. Bowman Chrome Gold. And that one's an 8. So he averaged 8s. 7, 9, 7, 9, and an 8. But still, I think that if this was me, with them being older cards that were handled before I received them, and they're numbered cards, so there's a limited amount, I think I would be happy with these grades. In the most part, I'd be content. That's the bottom I would be. 2 7s, an 8, and 2 9s. But it's not what I'd be looking for. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think he could be too upset with that. I hope. We'll see. All right, the next one here just happens to be Sugar White's card. So we'll do this now, and then everything else will be mine from this batch. So you can see it's a clear vision. It's one of those acetane cards. You can tell it's a Dolphins Jalen Waddle. So this is a Jalen Waddle clear vision rookie. Now, is that a big deal card? No, it's Chronicles. It's Jalen Waddle. I thought with Jalen Waddle, if he has a good season or a good start to the season, that it's a cool looking card. I'd love to have it cased myself. The acetane cards do really good in grading. I thought a good chance at a 10 and a 10 in a Jalen Waddle rookie, even if it's a Chronicles rookie, he could get a little bit of money from that with the season. So let's see if that pans out for him. Boom, Gen Mint 10. Like I said, easier to do acetane cards. So I wanted to get him a 10 on something that I thought had some chance of making him a little bit of money. I don't see any reason why he can't make. He's selling all these cards generally, so I don't see any reason why he can't get something from a Dolphins fan for that. Jalen Waddle, even as a Chronicles card, that's a nice card. Good job, congratulations, Sugar. Hey, I picked one right, although the second one I picked for you, apparently something's wrong with it. All right, now it is my time. Most of these cards they're along the same level. They're something that I like, something that I think has potential, but in the grand scheme of things, not going to make a lot of money. But let's start with a Justin Herbert, Chronicles, Diamond King, Pink. So I sent these in before the season started. The first Chargers played their first game of the season yesterday, and Justin Herbert stunk. I know because he was my fantasy quarterback. But he's got time. His prices are higher than they should be because he's not performing, but people do love him, so we'll see how that pans out. And this is a 9. I don't hate it. Obviously, I would like a 10, but with the stack I have here, the whatever it is, 16, what is that? 5, 6, 7. So 7 cards, and it was 22, so 15 cards. With the 15 cards I got, if I have to have some 9s, I'd rather this be a 9 than a 10. You know, there are better cards in here that I'd rather get the 10s on. Let's go with a. How about a? All right, let's just open it up. Let's just go with this, since he sucked yesterday too, and this may never pan out. Let's go with a Bryce Young Prism. It's a Prism Refractor rookie, college draft picks, not his regular one, but Prism, Silver Prism, college Prism draft picks, Gem Mint 10. So what I sent this in for that very reason, hoping to get a 10. And I have another one in the stack somewhere that's a different variation. And my thought process is, hopefully at some point something clicks for him and he has a 3 or 4 game stretch where he looks like he has a huge future. And then if that happens, I will dump that card when the prices go up a little. That's my plan. All right, so here's another Jalen Waddle. We did the clear vision. This one is a mosaic football green, kind of color matchish. All right. And then it's a rookie Jalen Waddle, same 2021, green mosaic, Gem Mint 10. Nice. Now, what I like about this, guys, and we talked about this in a previous video, these are cards I pulled. I pulled this mosaic in a break. No one bought the Dolphins. I kept the Dolphins, and then I sent it in, and now it is mine. This is the type of card that I don't have a problem sticking in my case to trade. Same with the Bryce Young. Those things are not ones that I have any desire to keep. They're not going to go up on my wall of things I keep. That is a tradable card, something that I want to trade somebody somewhere. Just like this one. Justin Fields. I figured at some point this season he's going to end up taking over, which he's already done. Russell Wilson got injured before the first game. Justin Fields played the first game, and Pittsburgh beat Atlanta. So his cards, I would not be surprised if they take a little bump. If he does it a couple more times, and this card is a green legacy rookie, then we'll see how much I can get for it. Green legacy Gem Mint 10. There you go. We're doing much better this time than we did last time. That is 3, for myself alone, 3 10s and a 9. If you include Sugar White, we got a fourth 10. Nice. All right. Let's keep it going with the Bryce Young. This is the other variation that I was talking about. It's the red Ruby Wave from Prism Draft Picks. Ruby Wave. We got the 10 on the silver and the 9 on the Ruby Wave. I would have liked to go the other way. Obviously, I would have liked this to be the 10 and the other one to be the 9. But with it being a color match to his Alabama uniform, I thought this would be a nice card if I got it back as a 10. But okay. I can't complain too much about that. Let's stick with Justin Fields. Another Justin Fields. This is his rated rookie Donruss Football Blue Press Proof. Again, this is no one bought Chicago. I pulled this one. I kept it. It was arguably the best pull of the break, considering it was the rookie year with Trey Lance and stuff like that. At the time, probably the best pull of the break. No one bought Chicago. And then I take this and I send it to PSA and get a Gem Mint 10 on it. So if Fields really picks up, I'm not a Fields guy, but if Fields picks up, that's a nice pair right there to start building. Our whole purpose, guys, my whole purpose is I'm doing cheap cards to get to bigger cards. I don't have the $1,000 a week. I have the $200 a month to spend. So these are cards that I bought boxes, sold teams in a break, kept this team, got these cards for very little, if next to nothing, if nothing. Maybe I made money in the break and I got these cards for free, sent them in during an NFL special from PSA, got 10s back. I don't expect them to be worth very much, but at some point they may get worth $50, $60 or something like that. And combined, if I find the right guy, I might be able to get a $130 card for them. And then we move up and move up and move up. That's the plan. That's how we're doing this. I don't have the time or money to be a big spender. So we do this the small way, and we're okay with that. All right, here we go. Another Bryce Young. I was really into Bryce Young. What happened was I bought into someone else's break for Bryce Young, and they did Mosaic and college draft picks, and I brought the Panthers because no one bought them, and they gave me a discount on them. And I got the silver, I got the ruby red, I got a bunch of Jonathan Mingo, the same stuff. I also got a couple of bases Mosaic as well. But this was the what is it called? This is a Mosaic rookie, and so I sent all three of them in, and we got a 10. So that's the second Bryce Young 10. So 2 10s and a 9. Again, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't spend much money. I didn't have much money to spend. But if he pans out, if something happens with him where all of a sudden his prices show up, if I'm watching Market Movers or Sports Card Investor and I see that Bryce Young hits the number 3 spot in the hot list, I know that it's time to unload these, either through trade or sell them and then use the money to buy. But that's a nice. Oops, I put the 9 with the 10. But that's a nice start there on those cards. Now, most of the cards I have left, I don't expect 10s from. Those are the ones that are most likely to get me 10s, I think. But we will see. Here we go. This one here is a Brandon Ayuk. I sent this in because he wasn't under contract. He didn't have a team. They were going to trade him to Pittsburgh maybe. I thought that there was a chance for him to take a big bump. It's the only Ayuk rookie I had that I ran into. I suspect I have more, but it's a pink Pinnacle Chronicles variation, and it is a mint 9. But I figured if this one came back at 10, that I would probably see a bump in his prices almost immediately when the season started. Once they determined where, I wouldn't be surprised if his prices have bumped now because he signed his contract, and I may be a little late. I may be a little late on that. That being said, the card is not a great card, and getting a 9 on not a great card, it's just kind of like the Fields. The Herbert, not a great card, and then getting a 9. These are pretty much cannon fodder. They'll probably end up in my Whatnot dollar slabs. I'll go into Whatnot and slabs for $1. Here you go, $1 bid. That's where they'll end up once we get that going. If it's a better card that has more potential like this and it's a 9, then I can wait on it. I can do something with it. Those other two are not going to do anything for me. All right, here's another Herbert. It's another Chronicles, but this one is the Dynagon. It's one of the 2 Chronicles cards, at least during this set, that was really, if you're going to get a Chronicles card, you wanted either the Black Prism or you wanted the Dynagon. So this is the Herbert Dynagon rookie, and it came back in 8. And I felt that. I looked at it and I said, I don't know, it could get a 10, I guess, but just because it's a Prism front, a silver metallic front, I figured there's going to be some scratches there I don't see, or something like that, or like when you have a hard edge on one of these harder cards, it's harder to get the 10 for the edges. So I really did expect this one to get something like an 8, but I was hoping that I was wrong and it'd get a 9. Well, I was hoping for a 10, but I was hoping for at least a 9 on that. But again, unless Herbert really starts to pick it up and has an MVP season, this just becomes $1 card to stick on the Whatnot app when it's time. All right, so let's those two, that one, those two. Okay, this we're gonna do that. Okay, do them this. So next one, just like the Justin Herbert, it's the same thing. It's a Dynagon. We just did this one, except this one's the Jalen Hurts one. I really hope all that marking that I see is on the case. And scratches, but let's see. Near mint 8. So it's another one. So I can see that there's no scratches and stuff on this one like on this one. And if they both got 8s, I have to assume that that's all on the case. I'm a little annoyed that one of the cases came that scratched up. That's pretty bad. But since it's an 8, it's not worth recasing. Like I said, that one just became $1 on the... I mean, obviously, any of these, that's in my head what it is. I'm going to look up the pop counts and stuff like that. But I don't suspect I'm going to get much from that. All right, so this one, I don't expect a good grade. We bought the Upper Deck 1990 Fleer, updated 1990 Fleer updated set, and pulled out the Emmitt Smith Fleer Update Rookie out of it. So this was straight out of a factory set, but and the spacing is good, but I just feel like it's old and out of it. Generally, we're not going to be pulling good grades. So I'm expecting an 8, hoping for a 9. And getting a 10. Wow. All right, so there are times that I do this, and this happened in previous videos too, guys. Like, I think of the Shaquille O'Neal. If you watch the first reveal, Shaquille O'Neal rookie, I got it, and it's a 10, and it instantly becomes, this is no longer a tradable card for me. Shaquille O'Neal is one of my guys. Emmitt Smith was one of my guys. I went to college with him. And I don't mean I went to college with him like I went to Florida and he went to Florida. I mean, I walked in the classroom and he walked out. Every day I saw Emmitt Smith. And it was after he graduated, after he was in the NFL, so I knew who he was. He came back to UF and did classes still in the off season. And I would be walking up to class, and he'd be walking out of the classroom every day. I'd be like, "That's Emmitt Smith. That's Emmitt Smith." So I went to school with him. I wasn't in his class per se, but I really was an Emmitt Smith guy. And a lot of you have heard me tell the story of how I always have a third team. I'm a Bucks fan, diehard Bucks fan, have been my whole life, but I should say I have been since high school-ish, a little earlier than that. But before that, I was a Giants fan because that's what my whole family is, because they were from New York. So those are my two teams. But I always have a third team. And that third team is always the young, up-and-coming team that I really like what they're doing, the picks they're making, and the coaching decisions they're making and stuff like that. And that team, that started with the Cowboys. When they drafted Troy Aikman, they became my first third team. And then the next year, they got Aikman and Irving, and the next year they got Smith, and then Russell Maryland, and became 3-time Super Bowl champions. And then I noticed everyone was hopping on the bandwagon, so I switched teams. That's when it became okay. Once they become good, or once what I like about them is no longer a thing, I jump into a new third team, and I went from the Cowboys to the team, the Green Bay Packers, who had this young quarterback called Brett Favre and this wide receiver called Sterling Shepard, and so et cetera, et cetera. And that's how that goes. So this just became, I did not expect this at all. This became my best card, my favorite card of this, and this one gets hung on my wall. He's a Gator. He's an NFL rushing leader. He's an all-time guy. That goes in one of my cases, not these cases, but one of my home cases. That's a personal card. That is not just a card I got graded. Now this one, John Randall, same type of thing. It's a Pro Set John Randall rookie. It's from the actual Pro Set extended, I forget what it's called, but 8-35. Like the Pro Set cards went up to 800, and then 800, 801 through 900 was an updated set. And this is his rookie card. But, and again, I don't know that this is going to be good. Came straight out of a factory set that's been on the shelf for years. I expect an 8. I hope for a 9. The reason I sent this in, one is John Randall. It's great. I'd love to have a John Randall rookie, especially if it comes back at 10. But Shane, the bartender that I'm going to go see and give him his cards, he's a Minnesota Viking fan, so I'd love to show him a 10 here. This is really, I want a 10. Even more so than the Emmett, I wanted a 10 on this card, just for the story purpose. But looking for at least a 9. 9. I'm very happy with a 9. I was expecting an 8, so a 9 on the John Randall rookie. I cannot hate on that. This one becomes in between. Do I keep it or do I go? It's hard. I almost feel like I'll look into getting more sets and see if I can send a couple more and get a 10. But for the time being, that one is probably coming home with me. Same with this one, if it gets a good enough grade. It is a Champ Bailey draft pick, Stadium Chrome Refractor, NFL draft pick, 1999, and we got a mint 9 out of it. I really was hoping for a 10. Now, I did have a bunch of, not these, but I did have like 5 or 6 different of the draft picks. This one, Torrey Holt is in that. I wish I would have gotten that one, but they were all in sleeves, and all the other ones, the sleeves stuck to it, and the cards just deteriorated mostly. And this is the only one that survived from that. This is one of the few that we sent in that I did not pull. I've had this in my collection for decades, since 1999. So 25 plus years, or ish years. And so I sent it in because it looked like it was in really good condition. It is a pretty card, and if it had been a 10, I would have definitely kept it. As a 9, I think I'm going to let it go, see about maybe trying to get a box of these, and maybe pull some Torrey Holtz as well, see what else is in the set. But that's a really cool card as well. All right, the last 2 are potential bigger money ones. In the same way that the Bryce Youngs are, they are because they are Trevor Lawrence rookies. And unlike Bryce Young, the Trevor Lawrence market is always hot, and I think that he's looking better, and we may see a good surge for him this year. This one is the Donruss Elite. If you bought them in, I think the Blasters we did this break, you got the rookies were all pink. But if you buy them in different ways, the color that the rookies are different. And so this is the Blaster version, the pink. Donruss Elite pink Trevor Lawrence. We did pull this ourselves as well. And that's a Gem Mint 10. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man. I'm so happy about that. I would have rathered it on this card, I think. Not I think. I know. I would have rathered it on this card. But still, that's once I price them, I might find out that I'm wrong. I may find out this is better. But because this one is a college jersey. This is, well, that's a college jersey too. But so yeah, I don't know. But still, a 10 on a Trevor Lawrence. That we're doing so much better than normal, guys. Maybe we're getting better at this. Just luck. Just pure luck. All right, and then we got Trevor Lawrence. This one is a Green Wave. It's Crusade. If it wasn't the Crusade, if it was his base in this Green Wave, then maybe I think it'd be better. But I think this pink might be better. But it is Prism, and Prism is much better than Donruss Elite. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Trevor Lawrence, Prism draft picks, Green Wave, Mint 9. And you heard me say I would have rathered it over here as if I knew this. I didn't know it. I just didn't think there was a chance I was getting them both as 10s. So, again, Lawrence is a good guy to have. That's not bad. I'm sure I can do something with that. I think that with the lot of the cards that are here, the Fields 10s, the Young's 10s, the Waddle 10, the Lawrence 10, the Lawrence 9, the Young 9. I think that this here probably comes close to making it worth the whole batch. And that's not counting the Emmett 10, Randall 10, Champ Bailey 10, Jalen Waddle, this Jalen Waddle 10 that isn't mine, Sugars. I huge. I think that's huge. Now, in the grand scheme of things, let's see. I had them separated in a different way, but let's separate them like this. Those are our 10s. 9, 9, 10. 8, 8, 9, 9. All right, so we sent in 22 cards in this lot, and we received 2 7s. And yes, we would have liked better than that, but they're older Ricky Waters bought off of eBay, so it's almost expected. Then we got 3 8s. Again, another older Ricky Waters, kind of expected. And 2 of the Dynagons, which I said were going to be 8s because of the type of card they were. I just expected it. And then, so that is 5 of the, which means 17 of our 22 were 9s and 10s, and it looks like, oh no, sorry, 1 that didn't get graded, and then 16 of our 22, meaning 8 and 8, because that's the exact same. So we got 8 9s and 8 10s. We got 2 of the Ricky Waters, including that one, which I think is the best, the Herbert, the Ayuk, the Randall, the Bailey, the Stroud, and the Lawrence, and then 10s from Waddle, Smith, Fields, Waddle again, Young, Lawrence, Young again, and Fields again. Guys, I cannot hate on it. I'm so worried about opening that other package because this did so well that I'm expecting just to cry with the other package. When we did this, our first shipment, guys, we got, I think it was out of 50 cards, we got 11 10s, and then 9s and 8s were like 20s or something like that. I'd have to look at the breakdown again. I don't even remember. But we've already almost passed our number of 10s last time in just this, the smaller of the 2 lots. So I am extremely happy with this overall. I think that if I was going to pick cards to be 10s, I think that multiple of the ones I would have picked, if I had said I'm getting 22 cards back, I would say probably only getting 5. And if I'm picking 5 cards to be 10s, I think I got 3 of the 5 I would have picked minimum. So you cannot hate on that. It is such a good such a good thing. This had cost me so much like financial headache because I had to, make sure the card was ready and the card paid off and then pay off the card so that the next cards I've already got shipment 3 there. I need to make sure the card's paid down. So in that I only apparently have 4 more weeks because it goes so quick. I'm about to put in shipment 4, which we'll be seeing on the channel very soon. So it's caused me a little bit of financial stress staying ahead of it because I want to do this. So I've almost considered earlier this week, maybe I won't put in a September shipment, even though it's baseball, and I should really put one in because it's good to get the cheap baseball. In fact, I've already pulled them out of here. I don't know if you've noticed, but the whole top up here, the first baseball card is now here, this far, and that's because we've pulled all the baseball cards and shifted them because we're sending, 10 baseball cards in. So that's already been planned, and I was really considering axing that and not doing it because of the financial. But having seen this, I'm back on board. saliva coming. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. And not only that, but I really want to figure out how to get this whatnot thing going. I may have to just do it shitty, just to get it going, and then try to pretty it up as I go. But I really want to get this going. So, guys, I am glad you hung out with me. Watch next Wednesday as we do episode 67. I will be doing the rest of these. But yeah, this was a great Wednesday. And I will see you all on the next video, if not, next Wednesday. All right? Bye-bye.